Ed Gonzalez, Harris County Sheriff, joined here by other key partners that have been involved in the response out here. To my right, from the lead agency, the Harris County Fire Marshal's Office, I have been in touch with Fire Marshal Laurie Christensen. We have Deputy Chief Lawhorn. We have Captain Singleton. To my left, I have team members from the Harris County Sheriff's Office. We have Captain Douglas, that was one of the first ones on the scene, as well as Assistant Chief Tommy Diaz and Major Saul Suarez. What we know right now is that, most importantly, there is no offsite impact. There was no actual explosion. This was a fire. It was a heat exchange between two heavy gas oils. The fire is diminishing and contained on site, pretty much within the perimeter where everything happened at. The product is being depressurized at this time. The visible flares that we could still see from the highway, those are there simply to relieve some of the pressure. We've started opening up the roadways. We're starting now to also just other personnel that's not needed on site. They're being relieved so that they could go on to other duties at this point. So these things are always scary when they initially happen, and we're just trying to get the best information we can. We also are waiting for a representative from Shell Oil, but they're not here yet, so we didn't want to delay this press conference anymore. So hopefully they'll be coming out with some type of statement here soon to advise the public of their information. Ultimately, they're the ones that have the answers, to what's happening ongoing. And the 5 contractors that were transported, it's precautionary. It's not anything directly related to the fire, just mainly the heat and responding and again, just the heat and the equipment and everything. So it's our understanding there's no serious injuries that have been reported at this time. Brevemente, lo que tenemos aquí es que el incendio en este momento está contenido. No fue una explosión, sino un incendio. No hay impactos a la comunidad alrededor. Y fue un intercambio entre dos gases medios pesados que ocurrieron. Un intercambio entre los dos gases. El incendio ya se está disminuyendo más o menos donde pasó todo. La lumbre que todavía miran es solamente para bajar la presión de que existe dentro de los tubos, entonces eso va a ser visible. Entonces todo por el momento está contenido. Entonces va a haber una investigación más externa para ver exactamente qué pasó. 5 personas fueron trasladadas al hospital, nos dice que están en buena condición. Fue más relacionado con el calor y la respuesta y todo el equipo que tienen puesto ellos, pero no era realmente algo de impacto del incendio ni nada de eso. Also want to mention that I have been in contact also with County Commissioner Adrian Garcia. I know he had been in contact with Deer Park Mayor Mouton as well. So this has been really a multi-agency response. This is the way we respond to all scenes of this magnitude, and thankfully for the moment it appears to be contained, and again, no threats to the community or anything. If there's any specific questions, I'll probably defer to our partners at the fire marshals to answer any more specific questions. But
any air quality control issues?
Harris County air pollution is out here on site, so they're monitoring that right now. So far, nothing has been reported. I think we have a representative, so if she wants to join us as well. Harris County Pollution Center is here as well. They're always on site and do a terrific job, so they could answer that. Do you want to maybe respond to that real quick about the pollution control and your name and title?
Hello, my name is Kamisha Saunier, and I'm the Deputy Director of Harris County Pollution Control Services. And currently the emergency response team is out there and they're doing monitoring. And we also have air monitoring, which is our RAM is also out there. As soon you all can always look at our website where it will show where all the points are dropped at if we have any type of problem. Thank you.
Have you had like any dashboard information that's like available yet, or you still?
Yes, it's actually on our website.
We're not seeing any impacts at this time?
No, not at this time.
How long will you all kind of be here monitoring the situation?
Actually, we plan on monitoring until the fire goes out.
And what have they told you what chemical was burning?
We're gonna, I'll have to get back with you on that.
Have they not told you that?
They probably have. I just got on scene. My apologies.
No problem.
Sheriff, you said it was something about a heat exchange. Could you repeat that? What caused the
Yeah,
fire?
it was described to me as a a heat exchange that occurred between two heavy gas oils. So I don't know if one of you want to touch on what a heat exchange can cause.
Captain James Singleton, our initial report was that they're working on the unit, and this unit processes a cracked heavy gas oil. As far as how it was caused, we're still under investigation.
Do you know the name of that unit?
No, this facility is owned by Shell. We don't have the unit name.
Was there no explosion? Was that the case? No explosion, or there was?
There was no explosion. There was a leak that ignited shortly after the initial leak.
And this was, they were doing like routine maintenance kind of things going on, or what was that?
That I'm still trying to determine. We're doing interviews right now. It's a little early on, but we are doing interviews right now, and we're waiting to gain access to the site once the fire's out.
So the people who were injured were where in relation to the fire?
Don't have that information right now.
And are you satisfied with the level of communication you're getting from the facility?
Yes, I would say that Shell's been very cooperative so far, and we're getting good cooperation.
Does anybody put information on the care line anymore?
That would be up to Shell.
Yeah, that would be up to the facility to do that.
So it was 5 contract employees, is that right? And
It's
not
our
to go
understanding
over
there were
that
5
situation.
contractor employees.
And they were just, it was a precautionary.
That's what we're told. It was precautionary, primarily due just to heat exhaustion type things, just the natural heat of the day and the fire and proximity and things like that, but nothing where they're seriously injured. That's the preliminary information we have.
Yeah, to your knowledge, no one was burned in the fire.
To our knowledge, no one was burned.
Do we know what was done to put out the fire? Were they using water, chemicals?
But before we do, we have some preliminary information on the gas. I wanted to just update real quick. Again, it's still preliminary. It's like a precursor to. It's one of the products that creates the gas or develops.
Correct. It's actually a hydrocarbon, which is a heavy gas, which is a precursor to production of gas and diesel. Thank you.
The mayor described it as burnt carbon or something like that.
Yeah, I think all of that, a lot of that will really be once we, our fire marshals and Shell could give more information. Again, I was hoping that they were here. We were waiting, giving them some time to get here. We didn't want to delay at least giving you some information, and that's why we came on board.
It sounds like people that live in the immediate area were never under any danger. There was no shelter in place.
There was nothing of that sort. If not, we would have mobilized pretty quickly. As I mentioned, Captain Douglas was pretty much on ground zero pretty quickly. He was here pretty quick and would have alerted us. We also have our industrial liaisons, our deputies that are from the Harris County Sheriff's Office, very experienced. They're pretty much on site. I went on site by where the fire is taking place right now. I was in very close proximity, so we had conversations. So everything appears to be under control.
Tell us what you saw, Sheriff, when you were standing.
Yeah, we have the SEMA command post there. Again, it's Unified Command. We could see the flares in proximity, but I didn't see any raging fires at that point anymore. Did you want to add anything?
Sheriff, ¿sabemos si van a venir las autoridades de Shell a hablar a los medios de comunicación?
Los invitamos que vinieran. Parece que estaban escribiendo un statement para dar, y también los invitamos. Yo pensaba que iban a llegar aquí en tiempo, pero no están. Al final es la propiedad de ellos y ellos tienen que responder para los hechos que pasaron ahí.
Tardamos cerca de 2 horas en recibir información oficial para informar a la comunidad. ¿Hubo una buena comunicación entre los directivos y las autoridades?
Sí, pues nosotros sí pusimos algo de información inicial, lo que íbamos aprendiendo. Nunca dijimos que era algo necesariamente impacto a la comunidad, que yo sé que hay angustia. Entonces ellos últimamente al final son los que tienen que decir, pero sí hemos estado nosotros en la escena donde pasaron los hechos. Entonces yo pienso que la comunicación siempre está bien, obviamente que siempre puede estar mejor. Muchas cosas están pasando muy rápidas. Cuando estamos hablando que personas fueron trasladadas, estamos tratando de disminuir el peligro. También hay personas que están monitoreando el aire. Entonces hay muchas cosas pasando y siempre quisiéramos ser un poco más rápido, todos que están respondiendo, pero también queremos tener las cosas factuales.
Given the amount of smoke in the air, I guess I'm surprised that there wasn't a shelter in place. But I'm a layman. Like, what is there anyone that can speak to the level of why not today and why other times?
Anybody want to speak to?
Did it
maybe-
have to do with the direction of the wind?
I read the advisories from, I think, LaPorte and Deer Park both said that there wasn't a very strong wind that was necessarily moving anything. Everything was still contained. And so, and then once they determined what it was and that it was pretty much, they started depressurizing everything, it basically is putting itself out in a way. There wasn't a concern that it was going to spread, and there was no impact. The flame was contained, and I don't know if anybody wants to do anything more
Sheriff,
detailed than that.
Who's the one that makes that call?
It would be the unified command that's on scene. Who makes that type of call if there would be a concern?
The authority having jurisdiction.
Yeah. So in this case, it would have been you all, right? To determine.
Actually, it would have been the local fire department, the fire chief, or the police chief.
Yeah, if they felt that it was an actual threat to the rest of the public.
And when it first happened, they were talking about, did they evacuate all the employees, and then what happened then? Did they not go back in?
They started trying to account for everyone, and it was our understanding that everybody was accounted for, and folks that ran from that initial perimeter where everything happened. As big as it was, it seemed pretty much contained inside the facility. It's a pretty large complex. It took us quite a bit to navigate our way into the hot zone, if you will, and so it was pretty much contained there, and everybody had already been moved back.
Do you have any idea how many employees, people were in the kind of immediate area when it happened?
No, that's something we're going to have to probably timeline, and Shell will have to provide. Yeah.
Somebody from the fire marshal's office. I mean, so this has been described as routine maintenance. So then, what could have happened to spark a fire if this happened as routine?
In the early reports that they were doing maintenance, in this type of event, you can easily have a leak of product, and it can easily find an ignition source. Tools can be used that cause spark. They have tools they're supposed to use that don't cause that, but it's going to be part of the investigation as we're looking to find out what the sequence of events was. Was there a leak prior to the fire as being initially described?
Is there a lot of damage to that particular area, can you tell?
From our vantage point, there's been a significant fire, but we've not been close to the unit due to the safety concerns so far.
You said you had to interview people. Do you have any idea how many people you need to talk to?
That'll be part of the investigation. On an investigation such as this, you're looking at a large number of people that have to be interviewed. Everyone that was at the unit at the time of the fire, the controllers, management, anybody that called 911. There's a significant number of interviews involved in the investigation.
How long is it going to take?
I'm making plans for the weekend. We'll be out here a while.
I also want to just briefly thank all the first responders that did show up out here, from all the local fire departments to the police departments. I saw Precinct 2 constables, Deer Park Police, other agencies, obviously the Sheriff's Office, and really appreciate everyone. That they may not physically be here with us right now, but they've been responding and assisting.
Ma'am, from pollution control, do you mind, could you step to the mic? So your PIO was telling us about the monitoring that you're doing, the vehicles, I guess you're in channel view doing. Can you kind of talk about that, please?
Actually, I'll have to get back with you if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, because they told us it would come from the presser. So
Okay.
Do you have
I
several
I just got on
monitors?
scene,
But
but we
you
do have several
typically
monitors
what-
out there. Actually, we have our emergency response crew is actually boots on the ground. So they are out there dropping points and doing monitoring. And then we also have a RAM that's also taking monitoring points all over within the Channel View area, just to see what exactly they pick up on.
And that'll be on the website?
Yes, everything is on the website.
Do you know the latest numbers by chance?
No, but I can get them to you after this press conference.
when you say on the website, you mean the readings will be on the website?
Yes, the dots.
But again, at this point, there's no concern. Right?
I will be able to let you know that after this press conference.
But you did say that the initial observation, you weren't picking up anything.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything has happened as we speak
Yeah,
now,
of course,
Yeah.
right.
but before then, we haven't picked up anything.
Okay. All right. Thank you all.
Do you know
Gracias.
when Shell's